The year is 1986. You're a high roller in the world of Miami Vice. Big suits, bigger deals, and bigger horsepower. It's the golden age of exotics. Your car isn't just fast, it's superior in every way imaginable compared to the economy boxes. But fast forward to today, and the automotive world has flipped upside down. Sure, exotics are still incredibly quick, but even your neighbor's crossover beats those legendary supercars to 60. Features that used to make exotics feel special, heated seats, premium sound systems, navigation, have all become baseline expectations. Every car has them. With the floor raised so dramatically, being good at everything just isn't special anymore. Today, enthusiasts crave extremes. Cars so specialized, so relentlessly dedicated to just one extraordinary ability. Whether it's dominating a racetrack, crushing desert dunes, or going places no sports car was ever meant to go, every other feature fades into the background. So Mike, let me ask you, how did we go from dreaming about cars that did everything well to obsessing over cars that are unapologetically amazing at just one thing?
That is a great question. That brings me back to like OG, like race car days, like 1966 Mustang GT350. Like that car was awful, but people salivated over it. People went to work every day, literally working hard so that they could come home and buy one of those. And if you gave that to somebody today, they'd be like, what the hell is this piece of junk?
Yeah, it's crazy. And the first thing I want to kind of get your opinion on is like the elevated baseline. You're right on topic. It's like cars have gotten so good. Anything, Toyota Camry, Toyota Corolla, like I rented one not too long ago. It was fantastic. The technology was great. The climate control system was awesome. Like this is crazy, but I remember when like cold AC was a feature.
Oh yeah.
Like this car doesn't have good AC, not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Like every car's got great AC. It's crazy.
I just bought that 98 Ranger and I'm relearning what cars used to be like. Like that car, it was hyped that it came with AC. I'm lucky that I got one of the ones that had AC added. I didn't get the cruise control option. It is 5-speed manual,
yeah.
And that thing tops out at like 85 miles an hour if you're foot to the floor.
Yep.
I was just telling you, dude, I can't unsee the fact that it leans to the left every time I fill up the gas tank. It just leans. Like the car just is off center. I looked it up. It came from the factory like that.
Things are not like that anymore.
No,
it's crazy. Just a couple of like facts to back that up, right? Like hitting 0 to 60 in 5 seconds used to be groundbreaking. Like, when we were in high school, that was like a sports car, right? Today, the Audi RS3 can reach 60 miles an hour faster than the Ferrari F430.
Mazda just released the first straight six developed out of Japan in 20 years, and they stuck it in a family SUV. The CX-9 has like a 300 horsepower straight six in it.
I believe it.
Dude, what?
I believe it. That's the point, though. It's like the engines have gotten so much better. Like, again, we talked about it, but infotainment systems, adaptive suspension, premium comfort, commonplace. Every car has them.
Yeah.
Now, what we can't stay away from is extreme specialization. Vehicles that are laser focused on mastering one incredible niche. I'm gonna give you a few examples.
Okay.
The Corvette Z06 was a massive success for Corvette. The Z06, the E-Ray, the ZR1, like they're boosting Corvette sales through the freaking roof. And it's because the Z06 was made to be a track car that you can drive on the road. The 911 GT3 RS has captured everyone's imagination. It's like it's downloaded and pre-programmed in all of us. It's a track car. There's a lot of other 911s. There's faster 911s like the Turbo S, but the GT3 is the one that people care about because it's extreme. Ford F-150 Raptor, Ram TRX, they are extreme. They're cars made for Baja, but people want to drive them on the road. You've got 911 Dakar, you've got Lamborghini Sterrato. Like the cars that are capturing this generation are extreme.
It's weird to look at it from the angle of like uncompromised for one specific use, because in that itself, it is compromising everything that a good car is supposed to be. Like, dude, a Corvette Z06 gets 7 miles to the gallon.
It's true. It's true. But let me counter that. It has heated and cooled seats. It has cup holders. It has like a rear view camera on the rear view mirror where you can see behind you without needing to put the top down.
That's just because the engine's in the way.
But the point is, like, when you're talking about exotics from the 80s, these cars did not have those features. they were selling you a Lamborghini with no cup holders, and they were telling you it's in the name of performance. Today, fastest cars have those features. And my point is, like, with the floor raising, you cannot stand out anymore by being good at everything. The thing that makes you special these days is being extreme, because you already have all those things that normal cars have. Every car does.
Yeah, that's a good point. And we've seen a lot of cars that like historically did a lot of things well, and that was their identity. Like I'm thinking the Golf GTI and the Golf R and the Subaru WRX STI, which historically were incredibly performant cars at a reasonable price that were daily drivable and had creature comforts. Now that all of the other cars also have those features, those cars just suddenly aren't cool anymore.
They're not. It just isn't cool to do everything well anymore. I mean, you can go get a Mustang 5.0 brand new, and that car 20, 30 years ago, you were making a lot of compromises. Today, it's comfortable. It's got nice leather seats. It's got fantastic AC. It plugs your phone in and runs a great... It does everything. Yeah. It does everything for you.
Dude, have you seen the Jeep's shortcut concept? No. Okay, so the Jeep shortcut is essentially what I was saying Mustang should do. It's an ultra like trimmed down version of the Jeep. Like it's ultra basic. It looks like a Jeep that was manufactured in the 80s. And people are like, build this thing. People are like, I will pay 50 grand. I will pay more than a fully loaded Jeep to get one that like looks like a classic.
It's just stripped down, but it's reliable.
Stripped down, reliable, and better. Like it's the shortened wheelbase. It's like really light. It's good for off-roading, and people are willing to compromise 20 years of development that Dodge and Chrysler put in to make Jeeps actually decent vehicles. They just want to tear that all away, and they want the old one.
But you're talking about like people wanting the nostalgia.
I think people are pushing back against the feature creep that happened to a lot of the great American cars that people love. The way that, you know, along with emission standards, which are the main reason, emissions and safety sort of like pushed cars to all blend together and become this analogous, or whatever the word is, for they all became more similar, made sure that headlights had to be here and you had to have a certain amount of emissions come out and there had to be certain A-pillar thicknesses, yada, yada, yada. All the cars ended up looking the same. They all ended up being good, but they all ended up being expensive. People want more options to be unique. And that's what happens. Like, if you come from a place where every car is different, people are like, why don't all cars have this? This is way better. And then as soon as all cars have that, they're like, what happened to the different cars?
Yeah. It's not just those cars, right? It's something like, we talked about the F-150 Raptor, the Ram TRX, there's talks of a Ford Mustang Raptor. Like, people are really hyped about these extreme cars. But again, those cars, if you've ever been inside one, they're extremely comfortable on the highway. They're extremely comfortable on the road. If you had a Baja truck 30 years ago, it was going to break your spine every time you drove it. And it had absolutely zero features that made it drivable daily. You could not drive that daily. That's no longer the case. Most F-150 Raptors are driven daily on public roads. They're not used for off-roading.
It's true.
And even the high-end sports cars, like something like a Lamborghini Storado, like, let's just take a second on that. Like, that is a Huracan retrofitted to be like a rally car. Like, it's just so weird, the age we're living in, where that is the car that's exciting to people.
Yeah.
Why? It's not faster. It's less practical. Who's gonna off-road that thing? Almost nobody. Why do we like it?
Because it's different.
Exactly.
People just want different. They want extremes. Yeah. One of our good friends lives right next to the owner of Lamborghini Miami, so we always get to see the insane cars that he's driving. The other day, I saw him dailying a Lamborghini Storado, and I was like, that makes sense, dude. Yeah. We live in Miami. It's just different. Floods.
That's funny. No, like, it's just, it stands out.
Yeah.
It's different.
It's probably way more comfortable than a Lambo, and I mean, I would imagine that there's changes made to like the gearing and like the way that the transmission works, because I know that when you drive a Lambo, that dual clutch transmission is hella aggressive and you'll be in traffic going from first to second gear like But the Storado is definitely way smoother. Like, it has bigger tires, it has cushier suspension. Like, that makes sense.
And again, like, it's not just hype. The Corvette holds a staggering 64% of the premium sports car market. 64%, with 911 at 15. And that has to be driven by the extreme nature of Corvettes. Like, the poster on the kid's wall is a race car. Who's gonna use 1,000 horsepower on the roads? Like, very few people. But the reason it's driving sales is because it's extreme. The 911 Dakar sold out instantly. They put that car out, they sold out all of them. That's insane. The Storado, all 1,499 units sold out a year in advance.
Wow.
A a year in advance. You cannot get your hands on one of these cars. We don't even have to talk about the GT3 RS allocations. We've talked about that many, many times. But there's word that there's currently an 8-year list for the 992 GT3 RS, like 8 years. And again, this car has significantly less horsepower than a lot of the other 911s. It's not faster. It's just extreme.
It's uncomfortable. I mean, it's fun to drive, but it's not fun to drive in traffic. And Lord knows how many of those I've seen driving around in traffic.
It's just extreme. People are daily driving cars that are meant for the most extreme environments.
You know, that's a testament to, like you said, how good cars are, because it was impossible to drive a Lamborghini Diablo on the road. That car was so incredibly uncomfortable that it was a flex just to say that you drive it, because you're a maniac for doing it.
Yeah.
You might as well drive an F1 car.
Yeah, no, that's no longer the case. You can actually daily drive a Huracan and be fine.
Dude.
And let me give you another interesting figure. When the Ram TRX was introduced in the Middle East, it boosted Ram sales by 80% in the region. Maybe not everyone bought the TRX, but the point is, like, you have these halo cars that capture the imagination and they drive sales of the base cars.
I've heard that, like, in the Euro market where they don't get an F-150 Raptor, the Ranger Raptor does insanely well.
It does. I even saw a few in South America when I was there.
Wow.
And that's an expensive car.
Yeah.
It's extreme. And that's what people love.
That's what I've been saying, like, Japan needs to do better. Like, they let go of the focus on investing into Halo cars, essentially. Like, it was overall enthusiast cars in general, but they don't have any really great Halo cars and any awesome news coming out about, like, technological advancements anymore. And that's why those things aren't selling. That's why Nissan is, like, literally on the struggle bus right now.
It's true. Just to give you some perspective, the Raptor, when it first came out, I don't know if you guys remember this, it was a desert racer. It was like a project by Ford to do something cool in desert racing. And now it's going to get groceries. Like that, like, just take a second and pause and like that's the world we're living in, right? They could just drive an F-150, but they don't. They have a Raptor.
What insane cars do you want to see that haven't been made yet? We have off-road supercars with the Dakar and the Storado. We have supercar trucks with the TRX and the Raptor. We have supercar hatches with RS6 Avant, the M4 Touring.
If you've driven a fast EV, you've driven a base Model 3, you see it's pretty quick, but go drive a Plaid, that thing will blow your mind. It doesn't matter how much of a car guy you are, you drive that thing, you're like, yeah, this is the future, this is crazy. So hybrids are the best of both worlds. You can get that instant torque that an electric powertrain gives you, and you can also get the engine and the visceral experience that you're so used to with NA. So I would love to see, like, extreme, wacky hybrids.
Yeah.
Like screaming engines. Give me like a Rally 4-banger in the back and like a big electric motor. Like, those things would be awesome.
That would be insane, dude. Like a hybrid Golf or like a similar, like a WRX or something like that. Like, bro, make those cars like some sort of mix of like classic, insane, like high-pitched revvy combustion engines and like a turbo 4-banger, or like even like a Toyota with the Corolla with that 3-cylinder, bro. And Toyota's insane with the hybrids. Like, how hard would it be for them to put the 3-cylinder and a hybrid system in the Supra and bring the Supra back? I feel like that would do insane numbers.
I agree. It's not just performance. Like, you've got cars like the Maybach, you've got cars like the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Like hyper luxury is still extreme. People are cool with that. It's just when you have the all-rounder that people are getting bored of. And so balanced all-around sports cars like the infamous, to us, AMG GT have befallen the same fate. It's like that car is just not special anymore.
They're great cars. I would have fun driving them. Anybody would have fun driving them. The enthusiast community will always be there, but the public eye will not be on them because they're not insane enough.
They're fast. They're comfortable. It is literally the example of a car that actually does everything really, really well.
Golf clubs in the back and all that.
It's just not exciting. It's not special. To back that up, it captures around 5%. The Corvette 64, I think the 911s was like 15. AMG's like down to 5.
5% what?
Of the market share in the US.
Yeah, that's tough.
No one's buying these things. Today's buyers demand extremes. And cars that can't do that just can't capture our attention anymore.
Yeah, I feel like the shift to EV took the wind out of everybody's sails, and I think it's going to take a while to get back to that. All of the auto manufacturers got caught so off guard by how aggressive the emissions regulations became that were forcing them to electrify so quickly. I hope that they'll recognize that halo cars are a necessary part of the market, and then you need enthusiasts to succeed, and we end up seeing fun and insane cars that are either electric or hybrid. I mean, it won't be the same as wrenching on a classic 90s Honda in your driveway, but maybe tuning up an electric motor, getting a couple kilowatts and burning out a battery, maybe that'll create the same kind of vibe. Who knows?
Sounds so sad. Because that's an interesting question. It's like, what's the road ahead? Can you get the same visceral, extreme feelings from electric vehicles? I mean, again, we've talked about this a couple times already, but you got the electric M3 that's coming out. That's supposed to do it. And so we'll see what that does. It's almost like NA is the perfect frame for extreme. I don't know if electric really captures that. I think electric's better for the all-rounder.
Nobody has the answer yet, and I know that nobody has the answer because we went in person and we saw the new Dodge Challenger electric. And that certainly was not the path forward. You cannot use the classic muscle car formula and expect it to just suddenly work with no engine in the car.
No, it doesn't work at all. It literally does not work at all. We've entered an automotive era defined by extremes. The baseline has climbed so high, only specialized vehicles are truly exciting. And whether this marks the peak of automotive passion or a thrilling new chapter, one thing is crystal clear. Extremes rule. With that said, thanks for watching.